Situations may shake your surroundings, but they should never sink your spirit. No matter how bleak the situation is, don't hand over the key to your happiness to the situation, or it will lock you in its prison. If you do, you'll find yourself pacing the cold, grey walls of despair even when the door has been opened. No matter how loud the storm roars, let your peace speak louder. Storms pass, but peace endures. If you allow the storm's voice to dominate, its howls will fill your ears until you forget the sound of hope. No matter how heavy the burden feels, don't let it crush your spirit. Strength grows under weight. If you do, the load will press the light out of your eyes until all you see is darkness. No matter how fierce the rejection, don't allow it to define your worth. Rejection is not a verdict, it's redirection. If you let it define you, the echo of "not enough" will follow you into rooms you were born to stand in. No matter how dark the night, don't stop walking. The sunrise is already on its way. If you stop, you'll sit in shadows while the horizon is quietly painting itself with gold. No matter how deep the pain, don't drown in it. Learn to float on faith. If you let it consume you, it will pull you under until even the light above feels unreachable. No matter how delayed your breakthrough seems, don't quit. Delay is not denial. If you give up too soon, you'll walk away from the very gate that was about to swing open. No matter how strong the opposition, don't retreat from your purpose. Resistance is proof of progress. If you retreat, you'll leave the battlefield with victory still buried in the ground you were meant to claim. No matter how confusing the path becomes, don't lose your focus. Clarity comes to the persistent. If you lose focus, you'll wander in a fog where every step feels like going in circles. No matter how many doors close, don't stop knocking. One open door can change everything. If you stop, you'll miss the one door that was already turning on its hinges for you. No matter how small your steps, don't despise them. Small steps still cover distance. If you despise them, you'll abandon the journey while the finish line waits just around the bend. No matter how loud the critics are, don't let them drown out your inner voice. Your purpose is not up for debate. If you let their voices win, your dreams will fade under the constant drip of their doubt. No matter how impossible the odds, don't stop believing. The impossible is God's speciality. If you stop believing, you'll close the window just as the miracle was about to reach through. No matter how alone you feel, don't forget, heaven's army walks with you. If you forget, the silence of the room will convince you that you are abandoned when you're actually surrounded. No matter how many times you fall, don't stay down. Falling is not failing unless you refuse to rise. If you stay down, the dust will settle over your dreams until they are buried. No matter how tempting shortcuts are, don't take them. The long road builds lasting foundations. If you take them, you'll stand on shaky ground that crumbles under the first storm. No matter how tired your soul feels, don't stop praying. Prayer is fuel for the weary. If you stop, your heart will run dry like a well neglected in the heat of summer. No matter how unfair life seems, don't become bitter. Bitterness poisons you more than the injustice. If you let it grow, it will creep like vines over your heart until joy can no longer find its way in. No matter how slow your progress, don't compare. Your race has its own pace. If you compare, the green envy in your eyes will blind you to your own victories. No matter how silent God seems, don't doubt his presence. Silence is often a sign he's working. If you doubt, you'll mistake the quiet as absence and stop expecting the answer that's already on the way. No matter how forgotten you feel, don't believe the lie. You are written on the palms of his hands. If you believe the lie, you'll walk as though invisible while heaven is calling your name. Life's storms may shake your life, but depend on the Lord and he will strengthen you. In God's hands, even the hardest, no matter, moments can become testimonies of strength and survival.